Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. Today is Sunday and on the channel that means we are doing a wild card video, and that usually means you don't know what it's going to be unless you looked at the thumbnail before you clicked on this video, in which case you know it is a Murders at Karlov Manor quick draft. I'm going to see if the bots know what's up in this format, and that means we got all the time in the world for our picks. So we're going to start with pack one, pick one in today's quick draft. I know some of you might do quick draft more often than premier draft. It is half the entry fee. So if you are strapped for cash, strapped for arena cash, quick draft could be a fun way to just kind of dabble in draft for those of you that don't draft as often. So we're going to see what the bots think of some of these cards here. And I think we're starting with a pack one, pick one Case of the Gateway Express. White is busted. I have no idea if the bots know that. I'm assuming they're going to know that. But that isn't going to stop me from taking one of the better uncommons in the set over Assemble the Players. I've had a question on some recent videos about Assemble the Players, and where I stand on this card is that it's not very good, especially because it is white. Because white doesn't need help. Like, this is a 2-mana enchantment that isn't a creature and doesn't pressure their life total. It does give you card advantage, but usually white doesn't need this sort of help. So I just haven't found a deck that I want to put this in. So I'm going to start with Case of the Gateway Express here and see where to go from there. Well, best common in the set, Projector, not Projector, Novice Inspector. Here is Projector Inspector. This is Novice Inspector, his younger brother. And pretty easy here. I mean, their uncommons are, Karlov Watchdog is fine, but, you know, when the best common in the set is here and you get to pair it with the Case of the Gateway Express, that seems like a good plan to me. We've got Case of the Burning Mask and Bullrat Clan Basher. Both of these are good red cards, but when we've got something as good as Museum Nightwatch, and honestly even a Karlov Watchdog, I don't think I need to branch into red yet. I do really like Museum Nightwatch, and Karlov Watchdog is okay. These are pretty close to me. I think I'm going to take the Night Watch. I know this card is good. This card has been fine for me, and it's also been pretty bad for me. So I'm just going to take the card that I know I like in the Museum Night Watch here. We could branch into green for either Somala Sentry or Crowd Control Warden here. Fester Leech is also good, and y'all know I like black-white decks in this format. Same with Slice from Shadows, but there's another aggressive white creature in Market Watch Phantom here, so I'm just going to go ahead and stay white and take the Market Watch Phantom. That's a late Galvanize, but it's an almost even later Inside Source. And look, if white's the best color in the format and the bots just don't understand, I'm going to draft white. So let's take let's take Inside Source there. I do not like Forum Familiar. It's pretty good with Novice Inspector, I guess, but it's not... Every time my opponent has played this, I have not been impressed. So I think I'm going to take a Hazda Vigilante. It goes well with what we've got so far. And again, we know we're drafting white. He says as there's no white in this pack. But there is a Slimy Dual Leech, which is pretty nice in an aggressive deck, which we know we're going to be. And everything else is pretty clunky. So let's take a Slimy Dual Leech here. We've got Sanguine Savior and Clandestine Meddler. 3-mana 3/2 when it ETBs. Suspect up to one other target creature you control. Whenever one or more suspected creatures you control attack, you surveil one. Is that better than a Sanguine Savior here? I think so. I'm going to try it. I haven't actually tried this card out. I think it's actually pretty good. Alright, white is gone. So maybe the bots do know what's up. But we're going to take a Night Drinker Moroi. We are looking to be black-white aggressive so far, and Moroi is perfect in an aggressive shell. I'll take Due Diligence. Maybe we play it, maybe we don't. I don't know. Mortipede, probably don't. And a couple of last picks that don't matter here. So what can we find in pack 2? A horrible, horrible pack. Case of the Locked Hothouse is interesting. I think this has upside. Every time I've tried to include it in my deck, it's been garbage. Clan Basher's good. We're not locked into black-white necessarily, but I mean, we're pretty locked into white, so I guess I'm taking a Seasoned Consultant Pack 2 pick 1. That feels horrible, but that's what I'm going to be doing. Ooh, Perimeter Enforcer, less horrible. 2 mana, 1/1 flying lifelink with Detective synergies. That is pretty good. Pretty easy pick for me here. Maybe the Warden wheels, maybe the Agent wheels, but we will take Perimeter Enforcer. Ooh, okay. Pick 3, and there's already 0 white cards in the pack. That is interesting to note. So I guess we're taking a black card here. Is it a second Slimy Dual Leech, or is it a Slice from Shadows? We are a little light on interaction so far. This is a little bit more expensive. So is the Dual Leech, and we already have one. So I'm going to take my first removal spell here. Yeah, now I'll take my second, I guess. I'll take Long Goodbye over a Sanguine Savior. 2 mana, can't be countered, destroy target creature or planeswalker, mana value 3 or less. Pretty easy pick there. Make your move. This is not best of 3, so I don't think I'll be taking that. Will I be taking Extracted Confession or Unscrupulous Agent? The Agent is good if we get cards like On the Job, which I'm hoping to get at least 1 copy of. I don't mind Extracted Confession, but I think it's for a little bit more controlling decks. So I'm actually going to take the Agent here. And now all of our colors are gone. Okay, well. Oh, and now they're back. Case of the Gorgon's Kiss. I don't like this card. But there is a Soul Search and an Extracted Confession. I do like Soul Search. This is a little bit of interaction. Way to interact with their hand before they can get some of the bombs down. Presumed Dead. +2/+0. ETB, or then when it comes back in, you suspect it. And then a discard spell. I guess I'll take Presumed Dead. Don't know if I'll play it. We'll see. Take the black card. Take the colorless card. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And we literally wield nothing for us in any of those picks. So, alright, Case of the Pilfered Proof. Here is the detective build around. We currently have 5 detectives. I've tried this even in blue-white before, and I wasn't super thrilled with it. So I'm probably not taking it here. I don't think I'm taking Shock. I think we're pretty locked into black-white at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and take my On the Job. I said I did want a copy of that, and I guess here's where I'm taking it. So now we have Lead Pipe, only 11 creatures. Not thrilled with where we're ending up so far. Lead Pipe, make your move, Basilica Stalker. I guess I could take a Stalker for like the top end of the curve here. Lead Pipe also isn't bad, but okay. Now we'll take Vampire. This is exactly what we wanted here. Works very well with the rest of our deck. Case File Auditor. Search the library for... You may reveal an enchantment from the top 6. We currently have 1 enchantment. It's a good one, but only 1. So I think we'll be passing that for a Wisp Drinker Vampire here. Double Museum Nightwatch. Well, I guess we'll take one of them. Don't feel like splashing. Repeat Offender is not good, so I'll take a Museum Nightwatch number 2. And I think I'll take an Inside Source here over a Night Drinker Moroi. I think this card is fine. I think it's good. I think it's a C, pushing C+ in black-white aggressive decks, but I know that Inside Source is a C+. So that is what I will be taking here. Couple of good cards. No More Lies. I don't think I'm playing Alley Assailant, but it's the only card I could really consider here, so I'll take that. Not playing anything here. Defenestrated Phantom, Alley Assailant, or a Make Your Move. I don't think I'm playing any of those. Pilfered Proof came back, but so did Toxin Analysis. I've tried this before. It wasn't great. Okay, look, Lead Pipe came back. I think I could play that. I guess I'll take the Auditor, but I'm probably not playing it either. So, yeah, looks like the bots kind of do know what's up. They were a little bit in our business there, but, you know, I'm playing this, so you can figure out what the bots think before you try your first quick draft of the set. going to go ahead and build this deck, and I'll see you after deck building. Alright, here is where I ended up after deck building. We've got, how many creatures? 16 creatures with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 disguised creatures in the deck. I decided to main deck Make Your Move because we are lacking interaction for larger creatures. I also put in Due Diligence. This is a card I think has a good amount of upside. It's risky, but it is powerful when it lands. Case is going to be good. Long Goodbye, Slice, and we do have the On the Job here. We did not end up with any Dog Walkers, unfortunately. Didn't even see one in the draft. And yeah, I mean, Market Watch Phantom going to do some good work in the air. Dual Leech going to be pretty good with these cheaper creatures here. And I did decide to play 16 lands, even with the disguised creatures. We really don't have a lot of mana sinks here. Inside Source, I hardly count as a mana sink. I find myself using this ability very, very little, and if I'm using it, it's because I have nothing else better to do, in which case an additional land isn't going to help me. Wisp Drinker Vampire, I've also never seen that ability activated for profit. So this is what I'm going to try out with 16 lands in the quick draft queue. Had a lot of success with Black-White so far. Let's see if we can continue that success here with this deck. See you in game one. Alright, here we are, starting on the play. We'll keep the hand with the turn 2 Soul Search. Is Quick Draft not ranked anymore? I just realized no one's got their rank. It used to be ranked. I guess Premier Draft is the only way to play ranked. I don't really care, but either way. Interesting to note. Again, today is our wildcard video. On Sundays, we do something slightly different. Mondays through Fridays, we draft the latest set Premier Draft, in which this case is Karlov Manor. We are drafting 5 days a week of Premier Draft. Saturdays, we do a little bit of AI deck build in Brawl. And Sundays is a wildcard. If you enjoy the content here on the channel and are not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It helps out the analytics of the channel. It's absolutely free for you. No real reason not to if you do enjoy the content you see here on the channel. And it does help me out more than you think, and it's absolutely free. So let's go ahead and see if we can get any sort of bomb out of their hand here. Wow, their hand is good. Oh, man. Yeah, I think it's got to be Gleaming Geardrake. They can't even cast Enforcer or Makeshift Binding yet, so I guess I'm going to get the Geardrake here. And really hope they don't find a white. Okay. Missed land drop. Alright. I could kill this thing, but I'm just going to play a Novice Inspector very mana inefficiently. And go ahead. Yeah, I'll probably be doing that next turn as well. Alright. Well, they didn't know that I was also missing land drops, which probably would have let them stay in that game. Yikes. Alright, well this hand is a little scary, but we are on the draw. We have about 3 chances for a plains here. I'm going to keep it. We have an agent on 2. Even if we draw a swamp, we've got a disguised Night Watch on 3, which is why I kept it. But obviously we need a plains pretty badly. Drawing 2 white cards in a row is not exactly where we want to be. So now it's basically plains or bust. They might also be mana screwed, though. Looks like they are for now. And now they're not. Okay, so it's a matter of, can we draw a plains? Okay. We've had worse draws, I suppose. And I think I will choose to trade here. No guarantee we can even flip that up. And there we go. We got it now. Okay. Let's just play an Enforcer here. This thing is a detective. If we draw another plains, we can go detective and Due Diligence, which would be insane. Now, if Enforcer dies, that's not the greatest for us. Okay. It did not die. And another plains. Let's go. Alright. We'll do this, and then... I think I will actually give this permanently +2/+2 in vigilance. Mainly because I don't want too much of a target on the back of the perimeter enforcer here. It's already a big target. And I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket here. This still blocks well. So... that's why I put it on the agent and not the enforcer. Because if you put it on the enforcer and then they have removal for the enforcer, you're stuck with a 1/1 and a 1/3. And that's it. And they've got a couple disguised creatures that could both be pretty good. Obviously can't block because they do have the 5 mana. For those of you that are unaware, 5 mana is the magic number in the format. And by magic number, I mean it can eat a 2/2 in combat. Alright, well we know this is their more valuable one. Decline to pay the ward as it can't be countered, and it was another Clan Basher. So now, do I feel like getting rid of this repeat offender here? I can't pay through the ward on this one. I think I will. Just get this thing down, get rid of their creature. We know that this one is likely not something that can attack and eat a 2/2 as they didn't attack with it last turn. Plus, if nothing changes, that thing, you know, it's not a great card, but if it's the only thing on the battlefield that keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, then it does become a problem. Okay, that is not a detective, so I will go ahead and just get in here and then play vampire, and then next turn theoretically we can attack with 3 and solve our case. They didn't have anything last turn. Oh, boo. Never mind. It's also not a detective, so... casting this as a face-down creature first, as if you cast it face up, you do lose 3 life. And we're not doing anything else with our mana, so you may as well just, you know, cast it face down. That way you don't lose 3 life. Costs 1 extra mana, but it's fine. Okay, let's see if they have removal. If they don't block, do we go for it? Oh, yikes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that was a problem. That was certainly a problem. Well, that's going to be a huge problem for us. We don't have removal that can really deal with it. I'm going to push as much damage as I can here, because these do get pumped up because we attacked with 3 or more creatures, so they're both lethal now. I did not expect that one to be a Riftburst Hellion, if I'm being honest. Okay, now it's not lethal, obviously. We don't have a makeshift binding. We don't have Slice with Shadows anymore. So we just have to hope we can draw well enough to go wide enough to get around their creatures here and pass the turn, I guess. 2 is not 0, and this game is not over. Their own Night Drinker Moroi. Sure. So if they start pumping it, it can't block. So they're probably not going to want to do that sitting at 2 life. Okay, down goes Enforcer. Now they get to start punching in for 4 every turn here. Okay, not a bad draw. What if we attacked with both? They eat this, they chump with that, and we're left with a 2-2 and a 2-3, or a 3-2 and a 2-3. And then we play Inside Source, and this thing is dead. And then we're going to have 3 lethal creatures next turn to their 2. Yeah, actually, I think that, well, I don't think they have anything. I think it's just this. So I'm hoping that they just eat the Night Watch and chump the Consultant here. Why didn't I consider that they could do that? That was stupid. Yeah, I didn't even consider that they could trade for both. How dumb. Sure. Okay. Alright, they're still dead on board though, so at least there's that. If they don't draw anything, they're dead. Okay. Go ahead and play this. And unfortunately they have priority, so I don't think I can go for it. But what I can do is pump the Inside Source and still attack with that. Oh, unfortunately for you, it's not going to work out exactly like you want it to. Also, I just threw away the game because I had lethal and didn't attack with the other 2, which was stupid, but hopefully it doesn't really matter. I think we still got it here. Now if they don't have priority, I should have the win. They do have priority though. Ugh. Could just be flipping this up. This could have... Oh, man. I don't think they have anything else. I just hope this doesn't have, like, lifelink or something. Alright. Cross your fingers. Should have had it last turn. If I don't have it this turn, then... Okay, that's fine. We do still win. Alright. So, we did get the win here, even through a little bit of a punt last turn, but we'll be alright. And there we go. Got our way through a Rift Burst Hellion that ate many of our creatures. Starting on the draw this time, got a turn 1 Novice Inspector, turn 2 Crack a Clue, and turn 3 Night Watch. Turn 4 Night Watch. We got options. So do they, though. So an ETB suspect up to 1 other target creature. I don't really want to be suspecting a Novice Inspector. It's not a great attacker, unfortunately. So let's just pass it back. I'm sure they'll crack their clue. We'll crack our clue on their turn. Nope. Alright. They'll cycle their Topiary Panther. Night Drinker Moroi. Is that better to play down first? And next turn we can flip it up, but then we can't do anything else. I think I'll just do this one here. And then maybe next turn I can play the Moroi, and then the following turn I can flip this up and disguise another creature here. Okay. Okay, new plan. Let's attack here. And then go to damage and just play a Night Watch. I think that seems okay. And then next turn we can disguise this and play an Enforcer here. Alright, they're one land away from Case of the Locked Hothouse here. That's a 4/3 or 3/4 flyer. Can't do anything about that. So let's do this, and then next turn we can potentially either trade with this thing or try to race it with the Moroi here. We could also play both of these creatures and not flip anything up. It depends on what else they play here. They did solve their case, so we have to get them dead pretty soon. Looks like they got our Moroi, our one answer to that stupid thing, so good for them. Can't kill the Basilica Stalker with Long Goodbye. Mana value 3 or less only. So let's do this. And we got to start continuing trying to push through here. I guess I should have played the Meddler first and then suspected something. That was kind of dumb. Could have surveilled. Uh-oh. Okay, good for you. Alright, go to damage, and let's do this, and I think I will suspect this thing, and unfortunately missed out on a surveil trigger, which again was my fault, but they got gas coming here now. Every time I play this card, it's like I get stuck on 3 lands, and then this is stuck in my hand, like, does literal nothing. mean, they've drawn 4 cards this turn at this point. 5 cards now? Yeah, Case is just going to beat us, unfortunately. Nice. That's so bad. Oh, man. Okay, and what else? Alright, I guess I'll do this. Trade some things off. They're at 9. Yeah, not great. This is one of those cards that, like, it can be the reason you win a game. It could also be the straight reason you lose a game. Because if you just... Every time I've played this in my deck, if you get stuck on 3 or 4 lands, you play a 4-mana enchantment that says you can play additional lands on each of your turn that you don't have. And then to solve it, you have to get 3 or more lands off the top of your deck, which are horrible draws at that point. And then at that point, you're off and running. But every time it's just like you get stuck on lands and it's never good enough. So now we have to take 9, I guess. Okay, no blocks, I guess. You're gonna flip your creature, and it is basically lethal. Okay. Well, we just have to do this and Slimy Dual Leech and chump Basilica Stalker here. And also chump Crowd Control Warden with Inside Source, I guess. So we'll do these 2. Oh no, it gets +1/+1 in trample, so it doesn't matter what we do. Ah, we got close. We put them to 2. But we lost to the Case of the Locked Hothouse, unfortunately. Alright, once again on the draw, no white. We do have 2 creatures and a removal spell, though. Guess I'm keeping it. Obviously need a plains. It worked out a couple times ago, so maybe it'll work out for us this time. And maybe we will be able to cast Soul Search with them having cards in hand, which would be good. What do we get rid of? Plains, okay. Clandestine Meddler. I think I have to kill their Neighborhood Guardian at this point. With Slice from Shadows, more than likely. Nice. Still need to kill this, though. Like, basically right now. So they can't continue to surveil. They don't continue to get triggers. They don't continue to pressure our life total. Okay, that's more of a problem. Exile target attacking creature or murder. Both aren't great for us. I would like the Museum Night Watches to not get exiled. So I think I'm going to take that and then do this and pass and get bonked by a Neighborhood Guardian over and over again now. Can't block because we know they have murder. Okay, that's pretty good. It's actually very good. So let's do this here. Fine trading that off for Clandestine Meddler here. And then I plan on long goodbying their Neighborhood Guardian, I do believe. I might actually just take 2 more. Flip this up and get a 2/2 here. Well, if I flip this up, they could murder it, but that's fine. That's fine if they want to murder this in response, keep their Meddler, because it still trades. Yeah, I'm fine with that, because next turn you still have to deal with the 2/2. Go to combat. Begin racing. Do the same thing again here. We have a lot of power and toughness. We're killing their creatures, and we do still have removal for their 2/2 flyer. So, like, we're attacking for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... We're attacking for 8 next turn. Okay, now we're attacking for 5. Don't need land. I don't know if they could have some sort of thing that could bring that back in response to me killing it, so I'm just going to kill it now here. Okay, let's do this, put it on there, and there we go. All right. Very similar game. They got a little mana screwed, but it happens, and we pushed through with our creatures. All right, we're up first this time. We have both colors of mana and a decent hand here. We have a turn 1 play in Lead Pipe. Turn 2 probably going to lead on Soul Search. Just make sure they don't get anything good down on the battlefield. And then see where to go from there. That is a brew. What is the biggest problem for us? They can cast this and kill our Lead Pipe. They got a couple flyers here, which could be a problem, but we do have a Stalker. They have an Undercover, but this is quite a ways away. And Out Cold is also annoying, but you know what? I think the Gearbane Orangutan is actually the thing that probably will mess us up the most, strangely enough. So what do we do now? Probably just lead on Night Watch. If we draw a land, we can flip this up and agent, or flip it up and equip it. Okay. So let's attack. Go to damage, I guess. Get a card out of your hand and equip the agent, I suppose. Got their crocodile, yep. And equip here. So this thing could be either Granite Witness or Gadget Technician that we know of. Oh, that's really awkward as far as timing goes here. Let's offer trades. Alright, I'll take my 2/2. And end the turn, I guess, because can't do anything else. Are they also mana screwed? Missing land drops. Alright. Sure. Okay, I will offer trades as well. Here comes Granite Witness, it looks like. That's fine. So let's do Phantom and Stalker here. Oh no, do they also have Shock? Did they draw a Shock? Could be +2/+0 and dies into a 2/2, whatever that trick is. Gadget Technician, make a Thopter. Okay. Attack with Vigilance. Makes sense. Ooh, Due Diligence, you say. It's not the most mana-efficient thing to do. I could flip this thing up. I could play a Vigilante here. There's a lot of things I can do. Let's just offer some trades, I guess. And if they don't block this thing, I'll just trade and play a Vigilante. And then put the counter, I guess, here. Next turn we can equip Lead Pipe and cast Due Diligence, but I don't want to cast Due Diligence into 4 open mana. Okay, that's fine. So let's put this here, I guess. Also give it here. And then Lead Pipe here. Attack with a bunch. I think they have Felonious Rage is what I believe they have here. But we'll let them trade, you know, something off, plus a Rage, I'm sure. Yeah, so the Felonious Rage, the Gadget Technician, and then get a 2/2, trade off for Vigilante, take 5. Go to 3. Probably wanted to do that on our turn, but it's fine. So this can still kill their Granite Witness, which is what my plan is going to be here. So let's do this. And pass the turn. I'll lead them to think that they can attack with both of these a little bit. Okay. That means you die now, I guess? take 7. And then untap my creatures and hit them in the face. Alright. Yeah, almost got by the Act of Treason variant, but we did play effectively around it with a removal spell off the top of the deck. Okay, starting on the draw once again without a black mana. I feel like this is a theme, but we do have Novice Inspector into cracking a clue, which gives us like 3 shots at a black land. Alley Assailant can also be disguised for 3 white if we want. So I think it's a keep off of the back of Novice Inspector here. So now we play Novice, we crack it, and then again we've got 1 draw, 2 draw, 3, 4 draws for a black land. In fact, I don't even need to disguise this. If we find a black land, I'm probably just going to play it as a 3/3. Alright, found the black land anyway. I think I'm still going to be most mana efficient and crack the clue as opposed to playing Lead Pipe here. This card impressed me early in the format, but recently it's actually been a little underwhelming. Usually I just want to be cracking my clues. What would I like to do here? You know what? I think I did change my mind. I'm going to do Inside Source, and the reason is I do have Due Diligence in hand. And next turn, I can play Due Diligence and Lead Pipe and make my board pretty darn formidable against theirs. Okay. Does that change anything? No, it's still not very mana efficient to do that, so let's do Due Diligence. Could make this a 4/4. Could make this a 3/4. Let's do this one. Sure, I think I'll actually kill the flyer, leave that, because Long Goodbye can deal with that. And maybe that wasn't the best play there, because I do have a lot of creatures I probably wanted to get onto the battlefield just to make sure I can develop my board more, but I did get rid of their flyer. Push some damage a little bit. Projector Inspector. It's a good card. Getting rid of Crovad Haunch and probably just going to crack their clue here, yeah. Slightly awkward mana situation. I think I'll do this and attack with both, I guess. Yep, did crack the clue. Still didn't do that. So what I'm hoping happens now is that I draw a land. I'm able to disguise a creature. Now I lose. I have played against this card so many times. It's unbelievable. Literally, like, it's just been incredible how many times I've had to play against this thing. And lost almost every time I've done it. Oh, man. I swear, I think at this point it's up to 6 or 7 times I've played against that rare. And it is one of the best rares in the set. At least I can continue attacking into it currently. Yeah, take 5. What do we get? Jaded Analyst. Ugh, come on. I hate this card so much. I hate everything about it. Give it lifelink, go to 12, I go to 10, and all of a sudden we're dead. Because why wouldn't we be? It doesn't really matter what we do. I mean, they're effectively at 17 right now with a hexproof flyer, and who cares? Oh, you need more, do you? And we're officially dead. I just left myself dead on board. I don't really care. I think at this point, whenever I see this card, I'm probably just going to concede on the spot. I'm tired of playing against it. Okay, this hand is a little bit slow, but I think it's keepable. I mean, we've got a couple 3-drops, got a removal spell for an early creature if we need it here. The Black-White Mirror. Can't do anything about that. See if they take the long goodbye or not. I'd venture to guess they will, because if they don't, we have nothing we can do on turn 2 currently. Or if they do, we have nothing we can do on turn 2. And if they leave this in our hand, we can kill their disguised creature on turn 3. They took Inside Source. Interesting. Okay, let's see if they play a creature we can kill with long goodbye. Double Soul Search. So they knew they were getting 2 cards anyway. And a Gorehound. I don't even care at this point. I'm just mad. I just want to kill everything you have. Quit touching my hand. Got nothing I can do here, so... Oh, they have that +2/+0 comes back to the battlefield. Well, not really, but okay. Okay, trade, I guess. In turn. And now I hate everything. I don't think I have another Novice Inspector. I don't think it matters which way I tap here. So we'll just do that. Six mana. Make your move might be good against some sort of crazy bomb they might have. Like Vein Ripper or something stupid. Looking in their graveyard here. Okay, they get a card out of our hand. Sure. Alright, it's just a matter of can they answer our creatures and who has the better top decking ability. Currently, it's us. Alright. Some of these games are just really weird. They just destroyed our hand with like 4 different discard and exile spells, and then we still happen to get through without them having removal. Okay, we do get to start first here. We at least have a 2-drop. We got 3 chances at a 3-drop, or at a land, to find our disguised creatures, and 4 lands, and we're off to the races. But a 5-drop is not what we needed. I guess I only have 2 chances at a land, don't I? I still think you gotta keep a 2-lander with both of your colors. See? Perfect. Never didn't have it, am I right? Okay, they've got both their colors now too. They chose not to block. Okay, I'll just get another creature down then. And I will choose to trade the Moroi for it because I don't currently have a black mana or a second black mana to flip it. So I'm just gonna trade this here. Okay, you get a 1/1. And repeat offender. Sure. Let's just play this. It opens up an attack with the Consultant next turn. That's pretty good. And all of these attack into these things pretty well. If they play just another Disguised Creature or an X2, I can slice into Shadows and attack with everything, maybe. Looks like we got their own Unscrupulous Agent. Yeah. Okay, take 1. Curious Cadaver. Missed a land drop. Okay. Go ahead and suspect this guy. Take a land, or take basically bin everything that isn't a land here. Certainly thinking hard about what to trade for. Alright. We're both missing lands. So who can take advantage of it better? Okay. Sure. on. Okay, it's fine, I guess. Five lands, no plays. Don't think I like that. Oh, never mind. Okay. It's dead anyway. It's kind of cool. Sure. I think we have every expensive card in our hand. I'm not sure we have any more 4s or 5s in the deck. There we go. We did it. Alright, let's attack here. Probably just play Wisp Drinker Vampire. I could have played Dual Leech and attacked with both, but, I mean, you get a flyer down here. Could still play Dual Leech next turn. It enables good attacks. They might have Murder. Looks like they do. There is the Murder. So, I think that was actually a better play. I think I might actually rather have Dual Leech on the battlefield than this thing. That's much more of an aggressive card, and I don't think you are super aggressive right now. Oh, do they have a... Yeah, Extract a Confession. That's what I thought that was. Sure. And hit us. This thing can kill that at some point if we want it to. Including next turn, and then they're dead. On board. Okay. This is tough. I wanted to see if they would get priority here, because I can make your move and go for the win. Or I could just play Slimy Dual Leech attack with both, and then have a win next turn as well. I think I'm going to do this. Okay, it looks like they do have priority. Alright, kill the something and take the something. I'm going to kill the inside source, and now you're not dead on board. Just investigate here, I guess. Oh, and gain some life, I suppose. Okay, so you go to 6. You investigate. We do still have make your move for a problematic 4-powered creature here. They are doing some things, though. Gotta give it to them. They're kind of spinning the wheels. Alright, now we don't have anything. And they have Curious Cadaver here that can trade with Inside Source. Ooh, that was a pretty darn good draw. Alright. Yeah, looks like they'll double trade. That still makes sense. We hit them for 5, they go to 2. Jaded Analyst, not dead. Yeah, it's never going to be better than this. I don't know what they got, but looks like it's a land. And another land. All right, 6 and 2. We are into the money match here. Win or lose. Last match of the day. Let's get the trophy. So it has certainly been a theme to start with not both of our colors in hand, but Novice Inspector has made an appearance. I don't need a 5th Plains. That is like the worst thing I could have possibly drawn. But Novice Inspector has been a nice little consolation prize in our opening hands. So at least we can do that. Okay. See what you got. A bunch of very good cards. Yeah, all these are basically a problem. Alright, we need to stop drawing lands, obviously. Take 4. Play land, and no plays. Alright. Very mana inefficient here, but I mean, it's kind of what we gotta do. Well, I guess I can offer a double block. They have 6 mana next turn if they play a land. Ugh. Okay. Guess I'm casting Make Your Move on Panther here. See what they do with this Glint Weaver. See where they decide to put these counters. Make that a 5/5. It's pretty annoying. Take 5. Draw another land. And I guess we have to double block their 5/5 and hope they don't have removal or something. We know that's not a land because it would have gone straight to combat if it was a land. But I don't know what it is. Okay, trade for... Now we just have a 2/2. And what is your creature here? Oh, World Souls Rage. Yeah? Okay. Just deal 6 to the face or whatever that was. To 5 to the face. Oh, they're going to trade. Okay, that's fine with me, I think. Now it's a top deck war. And they have the life total advantage. think this is the time I'm actually just going to cycle this thing. The +2/+0 doesn't really do much for us. And yeah, can't trade 3 damage for 2 damage at this point, so I gotta hold this back. Do I want to suspect this now? I don't think I can, because if they have removal, it's really bad. It does let me surveil at least once if I do choose to attack with it this turn, which I would. But I don't think I can surveil with it. So I am actually going to attack, but I don't think I can make it suspected, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. Things are happening. Let's see if they want to trade both of these for a clandestine meddler. That's okay with me, I think. And pass it back here. Shock. Darn. It doesn't, it flips and still dies to shock, so no real reason in flipping it. Alright, just betting against a haste creature here. Okay, that could be good. That is not. And, I mean, this could flip into any number of things that could kill us. Do I want to risk it, though? I mean... They do have 5 mana. It can't be a Rift Burst Hellion because they do have the ability to flip it right now, so it's not that. Could be Bullrat Clan Basher, in which case we wouldn't be officially dead, but it wouldn't be great. It would trade with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do no attacks, and hopefully I don't hopefully I don't regret this decision. I kind of have to block now, so what do you got? Yeah. Okay. Alright, one more draw. Can we end it with the 12th land? We can. Yeah, 12 lands in 22 cards. We only had 6 lands left in our entire deck. No, 4 lands left in our entire deck. Very close to the trophy. Still a very good performance with this black-white deck in quick draft here. Yeah, I, in my opinion, I think a good, well-built black-white deck is probably among the best decks in the format. Between that and red-white, both of those decks are quite good. But hopefully you enjoyed this quick draft. For those of you that like quick draft a little bit more and can afford quick draft a little bit more, thanks for tuning in today, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.